My name is I Aiņa and I come from Latvia. I volunteered in Portugal for 12 months and I was with an organization called Scientifica and I worked in the youth center which is called Agadas Youth Center. The main thing I was doing was creating sessions in schools about topics such as emotions or domestic violence, something that is really important and kids should learn more about, and I created about 100 of them. And I was also responsible for managing Erasmus Plus projects, such as I created a youth exchange about mental health, and I was helping with some bigger projects as well. My day looked, I go to the center around 9:30, then I usually write like a project plan or a session plan, and then in the afternoon we go to schools most of the time to give a session. One session is about 1 hour, usually from the 7th grade to the 11th grade, but we were working with all grades. And then on some days I was doing my theater workshops, which was my personal project, and I was teaching the local youth of Agada about how to express themselves with theater. I decided to become a volunteer because I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to jump in a completely different culture. I went from Latvia to Portugal, which is the opposite side of Europe. I wanted to understand who I am, and that's what I think volunteering is about. The best thing about my volunteering experience definitely was my project coordinator, because she helped me so much. Like, without her, I would not have learned so much and worked on myself so much, and I will forever be thankful for her and all the work she did in raising us as her children, pretty much, her volunteer children. My two proudest achievements are, the first one was I created, like, with another volunteer, a youth exchange about mental health, and we together facilitated in June, and it was about how you can use art to better express yourself, to understand your mental health. And the second proudest achievement was I was invited as one of the 5 volunteers from all of Europe to go to the European Parliament to represent volunteers in the European Youth Week, which happened in April the 12th. Volunteer work changed me the most by making me look deep inside myself. Before this, I was like unclear about who I am and what I want to do, and I hadn't defeated my demons yet. But thanks to this year, I feel like I'm finally who I want to be. And for the first time, I would say I love myself. I'm happy I am I Aiņa. And also it gave me a lot of professional opportunities. After I was working in the youth field as a volunteer, and now when I came back to Latvia, I decided to stay in the field and to create more projects and to continue helping the local youth of Latvia. For me, the most challenging part of volunteering was that I needed to really work on myself. I'm a very stubborn person, so at first I couldn't accept lessons and help from like the other people there. But in these 12 months, I realized that you need to listen to people and understand their criticisms of you. And if someone is criticizing you, most of the time they care about you. And you should try to understand from where they're coming from and try to support like their idea and just work on yourself. That's the biggest challenge. Facing your demons and coming on top.